is young Gerald, also known as the actor Gerald Gillum, also known as the rapper G-Eazy, also known as Leonardo DiCaprio, starring in my very first film. Working with Sarah's been cool. I mean, I kind of told her, like, you know, listen, I'm not an actor. I've never acted in anything, not in school. I didn't do no theater. I haven't, you know, been in any, like, movies or, you know what I mean, anything, like no type of acting at all. So, you know, if we're gonna do this, then you're gonna kind of have to walk me through it. Like, you know, have to coach me every step of the way. And I mean, it's been dope. I felt like I've learned more like every single day just by doing, just by getting my hands dirty and just being out there and just like, I don't know, soaking up the experience. It's been cool. My character is the lead role. I'm playing Tony himself. My character, well, A is from the Bay Area, so that instantly connected with me. He's a hustler, but he gets out the game and gets into music. He becomes a promoter. He books shows. He books tours. So, you know, he's you know, he becomes legit. Like he's clean now. He's out the game, and then you know, basically he just gets caught up in some bullshit, like some really unfortunate, you know, fucked up, you know, shit happens to him, and he gets set up, you know what I mean, and everything's stripped and taken away. And I think anybody can imagine, you know, anybody who works hard, you know, for what they've achieved or what they have in life, you know, imagine all of that being stripped away after you've tried to do good and after you've, you know, you've made this turnaround or whatever. It's like you earn that righteously, you know, and it's all been taken from you. And that feeling of loss, that feeling of like, you know, people turning on you and not knowing who to trust. You know, on the darker side, like after the come up, you know, having it all snatched away from you. I was actually in the studio. I had just finished my album, and I'm running around like doing press, like doing interviews everywhere, and I was in the studio playing the album for like a bunch of press people. And they told me, yo, there's like this director here. She's coming through at this time or whatever. And, you know, there's this short film, and they're really interested in you playing the lead role. And, you know, she just wants to meet you and vibe. And, you know, I mean, it caught me off guard. I mean, it's not like, this isn't, you know, what I do. I mean, like I said, I've never acted before or anything like that. And I'm in like the thick of it. Like I'm literally like, you know, turning in my album to the label. I'm going on this crazy promo tour. My real tour is about to start. You know what I mean? Like it's really like a hectic time. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, let me see what the movie's about. Let me meet the director. Like, let me just get a vibe. And she was just telling me the story, and I just, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like this would be like right for me. You know what I mean? Like a first step. You know what I mean? Like I've always kind of envisioned like the idea of maybe one day getting into acting, but you know, you got to warm up to it, and you got to, you know, you got to take it one step at a time. You can't just dive in the deep end of the swimming pool and think you could just like do it. You know what I mean? I got to get my hands dirty. I got to start somewhere. So it was like, all right, cool. Like this is a role. Like I feel like I understand. Like I could handle this. Like I could start here and you know what I mean, just see how it goes, like see how it feels, just being in front of a camera, like memorizing lines, like learning the dialogue. And yeah, I mean, it was just like, I was down with the story and I was down with the idea. I mean, it's been cool, man, just like in between shots, just chopping it up with him, you know, just trying to make sure I get the character right, you know what I mean? That's what matters to me, is it, anything I do, I want to make sure I kill it, you know what I mean? It's like, I would never want to, you know, go halfway with anything. So for me, it's just about dialing in, like exactly like, all right, what's the motivation for this? Like, what's my character? Like, how would he move in this situation? How would he talk? Like, what would he wear, et cetera, et cetera. It's like really just being on point and just wrapping my head around, like, you know, who the character is. So, no, I mean, it's been cool. I'd never really read a script before. you know what I mean? Like, it's like different from reading a book or like, you know, it kind of puts some context to like when you watch a movie and you like, I don't know, you think about it, you know, but it was just like down to every detail, man. I mean, it was, you know, it was interesting to read a story from the perspective of a script.